Hello my dear children, once again welcome to our online session. Very happy to see you again. Okay, we had discussed almost all important concepts of this chapter, electric charges and fields, in our previous sessions. But as you know, physics involves theoretical as well as numerical aspects. So, in today's session, we will go for numericals. We will discuss the most important numericals of this chapter. Listen carefully. All the numericals discussed in this session are the previous year questions. Homework will be given soon after the session and try to solve the numericals yourself. So children, let's start with the session. Hello children, let's start with our first problem from the chapter electric charges and fields. So if the radius of the Gaussian surface enclosing a charge is halved, how does the electric flux through the Gaussian surface change? Okay, so children, just pause the video and note down the question. Copy all these numericals into your notebook. These numericals are very important. These are some of the previous year questions. Okay, so we know the equation for electric flux. What is phi is equal to Q by epsilon naught. And flux does not depend upon the radius of the Gaussian surface. It depends only on the net charge enclosed and epsilon naught, which is the permittivity of free space. It does not depend upon the radius of the Gaussian surface. So even if we change the radius of Gaussian surface, if we make it half or if we double the radius of Gaussian surface, it's not going to affect the electric flux in any way. Flux remains the same. Okay, so that is the answer. Flux is independent of the radius of Gaussian surface, hence electric flux remains the same. Now let's move on to the next question. So this is our second question. Two charges of magnitudes minus 2q and plus q are located at points a0 and 4a, 0. These are the Cartesian coordinate systems respectively. What is the electric flux due to these charges through a sphere of radius 3a with its center at the origin? So children, here two charges are there. One is minus 2q and another one is plus q. Minus q is placed at the point a, 0. A is on x-axis, 0 is on y-axis. And here also plus q charge is placed at the point 4a, 0. So it will be a point on the x-axis itself because the y-coordinate is 0 here. Now what is the electric flux due to these charges through a sphere of radius 3a? So we need to consider a sphere. Radius of that sphere must be 3a and with its center at the origin. Center of that sphere must be at the origin. So we can consider, I have drawn that sphere for you. See, this will be, I have just made a rough sketch of the sphere. So here I have marked the Cartesian coordinate system and have plotted the points. See, this is minus 2q charge. And where is this minus 2q charge? You know, minus 2q charge is located at the point a0, a, 0. So minus 2q will be here on the x-axis. This is the point corresponding to a, 0. And where is plus q charge? Plus q charge is located at the point 4a, 0. So this is our plus q charge and it is the position corresponding to 4a, 0. Now we need to consider a sphere with radius 3a. So radius 3a means from origin you need to consider 3 units. Okay, 1, 2, 3 on the right side. Again you need to consider 3 units on the left, 3 units on the top, 3 units on the bottom. Then you need to construct a sphere across these points. So this will be the sphere. And the sphere encloses the charge minus 2q. Plus q charge is lying outside the sphere. Okay. So you need to find out the electric flux passing through the sphere. Now what is the equation to find out electric flux? Yes, electric flux is equal to Q net. That means the net charge enclosed by the Gaussian surface by epsilon naught. And here this is our Gaussian surface. And this Gaussian surface encloses the charge minus 2Q. So what is the net charge enclosed by the Gaussian surface? Minus 2Q and divided by epsilon naught. Okay, so this is the electric flux. No need to consider this plus Q charge. Why? Because this plus Q charge is lying outside the sphere. And in order to find out this electric flux, we need to consider only those charges lying inside the sphere or closed surface. Next, let's move on to the third question. So which is the third question? Two charges of magnitudes minus 3Q and plus 2Q are located at the points A, 0 and 4A, 0 respectively. What is the electric flux due to these charges through a sphere of radius 5A with its center at origin? So this problem is similar to the previous question. If you want, you can pause the video and you can try by yourselves. Okay. So let me show you the method. It's a very big sphere because radius of the sphere is 5A. Okay, so we have two charges minus 3Q. What is the position of or location of minus 3Q? A, 0. So minus 3Q is located here, A, 0. This is the point corresponding A, 0. Next charge is plus 2Q and it is located at 4A, 0. So this is the point corresponding to 4A, 0 and our plus 2Q charge is located here. And you need to construct a sphere with radius 5A. 5A means from the origin. So this is our origin. And from the origin, just move to 5 units to the left, 5 units to the, 5 units to the right, 5 units to the left, 5 units to the top and 5 units to the bottom. Then join or construct a sphere across these points. So you will get a big sphere and radius of the sphere is 5A. This is our closed surface. How many charges are there inside the closed surface? Two charges are there, minus 3Q plus 2Q. So what is the total flux through this charge? What is the total flux passing through the sphere? So what is the equation? Equation is Q enclosed by epsilon naught, right? And how many charges are there inside the sphere? Two charges are there, minus 3Q plus 2Q. So this is the total charge enclosed by that sphere. Okay, divided by epsilon naught. And minus 3Q plus 2Q is minus Q. So what is the total flux through this sphere? It is minus Q by epsilon naught. Now let's move on to the fourth question. What is the electric flux through a cube of side 1 centimeter which encloses an electric dipole? Okay, so we need to construct a cube here. So this is our cube. Okay, and this cube encloses a dipole. Dipole means minus Q plus Q charge separated by a distance. This is a dipole. So what is the total electric flux through this cube? So cube is a closed surface. And what is the equation to find out flux? Flux phi is equal to Q enclosed or Q net by epsilon naught. And how many charges are enclosed by this cube? Two charges. One is minus Q, another one is plus Q. So what is the total charge? Yes, minus Q plus Q. What is that? 0. So what is the total flux enclosed by the cube? Yes, it is 0. Next, let's move on to our fifth question. A point charge plus Q is placed in the vicinity of a conducting surface. Draw the electric field lines between the surface and the charge. Okay, so we need to draw the electric field lines. So here, this is the point charge. and it is placed in the vicinity of a conducting surface. This is our conducting surface. So how will be the field lines? Since we have placed a plus q charge here, minus q charges get induced on this conducting surface due to electrostatic induction. Then once you get the position or location of plus q charge or positive charge and negative charge, you can easily plot the field lines. Field lines will point from positive to negative charge. So this will be the direction of field lines from positive to negative. Okay.